PK Subban. How would you describe his run through the first 3 rounds? And if this was the Montreal Canadiens going to the Stanley Cup Final, everybody would be talking about, what do you think is running through PK Subban's mind right now in Nashville, watching Montreal go to a final? I think we're overlooking how much this is paining Shea Weber.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's paining him. Sure it does, because you're a human being and you're with an organization for such a long time, and the trade was monumental, and everyone was trying to measure who won, who lost, and now the optics are Nashville won the trade, and this is the greatest thing ever because they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And the trade was supposed to benefit Nashville long term.
I know it was, and it was supposed to. She was supposed to be in the other foot. Montreal was supposed to be there. Nashville wasn't. But I think in terms of for PK Subban, what he's done going into that city, I think has to be applauded, because he went in there. He knows that he's not the guy in that dressing room. He knows that that's not his team. He went in and he just bought in to whatever that Peter Laviolette asked him to do in that organization and did a great job. And I
don't think he was shy, though.
No, I'm not saying he was, but I think that he has backed off, and he knows that Roman Josi, that's his locker room, and there's other guys, Mike Fisher, that's his locker room, and he blended in. And, the problem was, the consensus was, he's going to go and he's going to be a disruption in that dressing room. He's bigger than life. You know what? PK Subban is just an unbelievable hockey player. He went in there and he bought into whatever was being sold to him by Nashville. And he's in the Stanley Cup Finals right now. And that is enough for him right now. Well, it's not enough. I'm sure he just wants to win the Stanley Cup to put a little cherry on top.
There's got to be a certain amount of vindication running through his veins right now after what he went through. And he loved being a Canadian more than anything, and
loves the city. Talks about it all the time.
If you sat him down and wrote the biography right now, probably say he always sees himself as a Montreal Canadian.
But he's with a new team now, and he makes that point all the time. He talks about how much he loved Montreal, and he was so disappointed to leave there. But he comes to a new organization and embraces it, and the joy on his face. Talking with producer Matt Brown off air, that every picture you saw yesterday, his big pearly whites were front and center everywhere, jumping all over guys. Like we always see PK Subban as being that energetic guy, but the level that he was at last night was euphoric. He was so happy, and I'm happy for the guy because he's been put through the ringer. There's been a lot of people that give him a hard time. Hey, listen, he got his just due last night by getting his team to the Stanley Cup Final.